Pleasant morning to you all today. It is a new day, the day that the Lord God has made. And I hope you said thank you this morning when you woke up. And for those still in bed, it's okay. Life goes on. Okay, it's a normal Tuesday's breakfast program reaching you from Edo Broadcasting Service, Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. And as usual, we have a lot to keep you educated, entertained, and enlightened. I'm Josephine Amy, and I have my co-presenter.
Okay, Jojo, good morning. From here, from Edo Broadcasting Service, we say good morning to you, Benin, Edo State, Nigeria at large.
Okay.
Welcome to the program.
All right, Peggy, from information reaching us that the traffic, traffic is terrible this morning, and we have those traffic officers.
Yeah,
around.
they are there to control.
All right, our drivers, please let's maintain some decorum while driving, so that we don't spend too much time in the process of not being patient, to wait the traffic rules. All right, we have our religious segment, we have the family segment, we have other segment, political segment to keep you enlightened. Let's briefly see what the papers are saying this morning. On the Punch newspaper, military onslaught in Zamfara, dislodged bandits flee southwest, gunmen strike in Kogi, Kaduna, Ekiti. Says worker slit Lagos trader's stomach with blade. Victim dies. EFCC raids Ogun government hotel. Others harboring fraudsters. Arrest 56. UNESCO DG warns against biodiversity collapse. EFCC arrests 31 alleged internet fraudsters in Edo. Relief for residents as Ekiti orders reconstruction of collapsed bridge. Pele ready to leave ICU after tumor removed, says doctor. Okay, Oshun Liquor trader stabs customer to death. We said that before. Okay, VAT judgment. FIRS may lose 92 billion naira revenue to states. Non-performing loans declining but remain above benchmark. This is attributed to CBN. All right, mass expulsion looms as APC goes tough on litigants. 2023 Makinde's presidential advert fake, says aide. APC schedules state congresses for October 2. 2023 presidency zoning unconstitutional, says Nasarawa Senator Adam. All right, that's what we can take on the Punch this morning online. So for more details, get your Punch newspaper and other papers so that you'll be informed.
And if you cannot afford it, you can go online and go through it.
Okay, you have money to buy data also. All right,
that is very easy now.
It's easy to you, Peggy.
Not really.
It's easy. All right. Okay, we have a very interesting topic this morning, and Peggy, let's know what's the topic this morning.
This morning we have a very beautiful topic. You delight this morning to talk to our wives and husband. The topic says why we as a husband, as a man or woman, or a married man or a married woman, what we should never say to our spouses. That's the topic this morning. Okay. What we shouldn't say to our spouses.
All right, thank you, Peggy. Words we should not use in any relationship. We shouldn't just put it within the confines of marriage, even in your office, wherever you are. The words you should never use. And we have our marriage coach with us. She's going to give us a tip, because after the morning news, we are coming back. Pastor Rich Spain. Good morning, madam.
Thank you. Good morning.
Okay, scratch the surface a little. Words you should not use.
Yes, in every marriage, in every relationship, there are words you should never use, no matter the pressure. I know when pressures come mounting on us, we are like, no, I can't take it. You say all manner of things, but there are words you should never use. Like, for a husband and wife that are married, you use a word like, I regretted marrying you. I regretted marrying you. Yes. Or you are a mistake to my life. Or words like, you okay, I don't know how to put it. In the other room, You know, you use a word like you're too fond of the other room. Yeah, you're using it on your husband, you're using it on your wife. And we can go on and on and on. We do not have the time. I think when we come back, we will say more. We will,
All right.
elaborate more on them.
Okay, thank you for that. Words you should never use. There should be a little bit of decorum, civility when dealing with the other person, so that we have a saner society, a very good society. All right, we continue on this conversation after the morning news. Please don't go away. For staying connected, it's Daybreak Tuesday's edition, reaching you live from Edo Broadcasting Service, Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. And this morning on the Family segment, we're looking at words you should never use on your spouse or any relationship you're in. But we're taking it on the confines of the marital circle.
Yes,
the words you should never use. And okay, we have to know the reasons why you should never use that words. And we have Pastor Richard Spain. Once again, thank you, madam, for your thoughts.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
All right, before we went for the morning news, we're talking about some of the words. Can you just refresh our minds?
Yes, as I just sat here thinking, I remembered what happened recently. A woman, that's a few days back, a woman called me that she's a nursing mother, and she decided to go on the baby friendly. Baby friendly means exclusive breast milk. And her husband told her, "You eat too much." That was the insult he gave to her. And as an exclusive, a mother that decided to go on exclusive baby friendly, use exclusive baby breast milk for her son or her daughter, they don't eat the way a normal nursing mother eats. Their food is a little more than the normal quantity they take, because now the baby depend exclusively on that breast milk. I've been there, because all my children, I had exclusive breast milk. That's what I give to them. And so you eat a little more than. So it really got me thinking how a husband would tell the wife, "You eat too much. All my money now is food." And that same man should equally think and know how much he would be using on baby milk. Going to buy baby milk if he was to be buying baby milk. So those are words. That's one of the words you should never use on your wife. She's just out of labor ward now, taking care, not see your baby, and then all you have to say is, "You eat too much. Everything in this house, you eat. That's not the first person. A man had come to me before to report the wife on this same issue, although that was a little bit different, because that other lady depended on one particular food I will not want to mention now. It's very expensive, and it was making her to gain weight. So those are exceptional cases. That's just a digression. So words you should never use on one another. You eat too much, and then words like you're having a misunderstanding with your wife, your husband.
Can I pause you a bit concerning that word you use, that you eat too much? There's a way the woman can stay. Maybe the man is lacking in understanding concerning that. So for instance, there's some other women, you say, "You eat too much." You say, "Now you put me this way now," and she will laugh over it. Because sometimes people don't understand what you're going through. Can we be patient sometimes to let them understand, as against like, "Oh, you hurt me, you're not taking care of your kids, and you're telling me these words." Sometimes some of these people don't understand.
In this case, it's different, because because of time. That's why but now, because of this word you're using, let me go a little deeper. She told me that the husband, she has not been working, and so the husband told her, "You are not working, I'm the one doing this, I'm the one doing that, and then all the money, food, eat. And so she was like, "Well, I'm going to start working so I can use my money to buy what I want to eat." Do you understand? So it's not as if it's a word that was used once or twice. It became it turned to nagging. Yes. So, and it's bad. A man should not use that on the wife. And then words like you're having a misunderstanding with your wife, husband, and then quickly you just decided to go to her family. start insulting her father, her mother. It could be the vice versa also. The woman insulting the parent of the husband. It should never be. Because, for example, you have your siblings staying with you, and that happened. That boy, girl staying with you will not be comfortable. So you should never go beyond one another now to each other's family to start insulting. Another thing is you should not use words, insultive words of one another in presence of your children. Yeah, I've seen many couple years. You, as small as it seem or it may look, you scream at each other. You just in presence of your children. At that point, just look at your children. You discover that their look, they become gloomy. They are like, mom and dad. They won't be happy. They are not always happy. So don't make that mistake. Hold yourself. Try to hold yourself. When you get to the bedroom, you can now correct one another. Then words like, I've seen couples rain curses on one another. When I make curses, I've seen a man tell the wife, because you use that word on me, leprosy will come on your mouth. Because he was angry. He was angry. And then I've seen wives, use words like as you go on the road, you accident. Your husband drives.
And before you know,
so it will happen. So there are things you should never. Words like, you are a mistake to my destiny. If I had not married you, I know where I would have been by now. Who can go on and on? Yeah, you see, words are like eggs. Words are like eggs. Once an egg is broken and you try to gather it together, is it possible?
No, it's not possible.
There will be reconciliation. You reconcile and you try to throw those things under the carpet. It will not. The words, the memories.
Always remember.
Yeah. Forgiveness, of course, we encourage it, but as much as we encourage forgiveness, don't use those words, because we human beings, there are always times we reflect. You go back to memories, and then you might just be on the table, maybe you're somewhere trying to cool off, and those words just come, and you're like,
okay, you've been talking about the things we shouldn't say to our spouses
when you are angry.
Yes, when you are angry. Sometimes not when the person is angry. Just bring it out.
Okay.
You understand? So why do you think people tend to make these mistakes in their relationship or even in marriage? Why do you think so?
Well, why do we make the mistake? Well, I like that word you use, mistake. It is pressure. We always tell us that if you are not a woman who is able to manage pressure, my dear, don't get married. Don't get married, because in marriage there will be a lot of nonsense. If I may be allowed to, the English people will allow me to, nonsenses. A lot from your wife, from your children, from your husband. So if you have not been able to know how to manage, be in control, be in charge, always, when you are angry, when you are off balance, then think twice before going to marriage. Okay. Because those times must come. In fact, they will not just come once, they will come. So you must learn to manage them. And if you don't learn to manage them, children will come and they will follow suit.
The pattern.
And before you know, that house is already disarray.
All right. Some persons will say, I caused the day I met you. It's like common words they use. And some people will tell you right now that when they are like, something is troubling them, that they are hurting, they need to spill it out. And when they spill it out, they'll be calm. Their body they'll not say, oh, I'm calm now since I've spilled it out. But telling me to, be disciplined, manage it, bottle it in, they'll tell you that I don't want to have BP, so I just want to just
let it out,
put it out. And some will even tell you that my husband understands that when I'm calm, he will look over it. Is it okay to like spill it out, say the words, and after all you calm down, and both of you will be happy for it? Don't make a poisonous way of life as well, this is me, just take me for whom I am. No, don't. If you have not been able to work on yourself, my dear, work on yourself. Because these are some of the things that make us lose our precious spouse. Because
this life, nature does not leave room for vacuum. What you are not doing well, he might just stumble on his friend and then get into talking. Your wife, get into my wife. No, she's wonderful. No, there are things. In fact, once I come, and he'll begin to ask you, why is my own different? Why is my own different? If that man, if you're not careful, if he's the type that is not well disciplined, he may just fall into the hands of a wrong woman. So if you have a defect in your character, work on yourself. Don't try to excuse yourself. Well, this is me. Just take me for whom I am. Words you should never use on one another. Let me quickly add this. You are angry and people are around. And the words your husband or wife told one another in the secret, in confidence. I still have that one. Recently, a guy came to me. He's dating this girl. He was dating a girl. The two of them, they have children, but their homes went off balance, so they wanted to remarry again, and they resettled down in their homes. And the man told me, I don't think I can put up with this lady. I said, why? He said, do you know there are things I told her, because I felt our love was now beginning, the fire was getting higher. And recently we just had an issue and she started mentioning all of them.
Vomiting everything.
And so I just told myself, no, this is not, I've got wrong. You should never. Or you hear, oh my God, you hear a man or a woman, especially a man, telling the wife, it's only when it comes to inner room matter, that's when you are a specialist. Huh? It's only when it gets to inner room matter, that's when you are a specialist. Oh, listen, if you say that, you are swear drive that woman into her shell. And once she enters into her shell, you are in trouble. Whatever you do, she'll just be looking. Because she'll keep telling herself, I don't want to be termed a whore again. Let me just play cool.
All right, thank you so much. And
before we end this segment, they say action speak louder than voice. When you say something, there are sometimes, what I want to ask you now, there are sometimes we do some things in action,
body language.
You understand? And these are things that we are not supposed to do in the presence of our spouses. So what are the common things you think ladies or men they do while in action or by speaking out?
I hope I get that.
I'm not even sure I understand.
What I'm saying is there are common things that the ladies do.
No, for instance, let us know. Okay. You should let us know, for instance.
Yeah, so I will take it up from there.
Like for instance, like you are in a house with your spouse, maybe you have a visitor, the woman will just come out, your seat when she's not being invited. Okay. She will just start talking. Before you know,
talking.
Before the man will
buy over the discussion.
Before the man will say one, the woman has already concluded
the whole discussion.
All right.
So now what I'm talking about.
Okay. For me, when I was dating my husband, he told me specifically that when I'm with my friends, I will always like you to go inside.
Okay.
In our time. And I told him, okay. Do you know when we got married, I started practicing it. When he's with his friends or he has a visitor, I just go inside. I didn't have to argue. I didn't have to say, don't you know, this is the Western, I'm a woman. No. Since that's what he liked, I give it to him. You see, respect is one thing when you know how to give respect to your husband. Oh my God. You have anything, you tell him anything you want, he will be ready. He will give to you. But when you try to drag point, especially when as a woman, God is beginning to help you now, you want to begin to rub shoulder with your husband? No. He told me and I just took it. And it's not part of me. Even when he now wants me to stay, I just go inside.
Wow.
And sometimes he said, no, please. He will give, I was doing it. It was actually a test. Let me quickly say this. It was actually, he wanted to know if this woman would truly be submissive. And I was always doing it, and it became part of me. And at a point, he was like, no, please, I need you around. Another reason why he always wants me around There are times they have discussions together, and he knows I am buoyant in that area, but I'll choose not to say anything. I'll choose not to say anything. And even if I have to say something, I'll just chip in a word and then withdraw. Listen, as a woman, if you are fond of always buying over the discussion when your husband is with his friend or with his brother or sister or mother, number one, you are disgracing that man. Watch, no man, the man will feel so, my God, my wife, oh my God, Lord, take control.
Talkative.
Yeah! Even if you know all the point, you know everything, choose to be reserved. Choose to, what are you doing? You are trying to bring the ego of your husband. Let me just stop here.
Okay, that one is heavy. That when you are among your husband friends, you should maintain decorum. I've been using these words. All what we've been talking about is you being civil, maintain some decorum, and you have a good home. All right, she said something this morning that words we should never use on our spouse, but I want to plead with her that maybe next week she'll come and tell us what are the kind of words you should not use. Okay. Since there are some words you should never use, so the kind of words can you make it next week, ma'am?
Yes, we'll continue it next week.
All right, okay. So that you can know that, okay, these are the words I can use.
But before she goes, she can just give us the solutions.
No. We should keep them waiting for next week.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You want to totalize them for next week?
We want to keep you with us on this conversation. This one we've said today is loaded. There are a lot of words you should never use. And for instance, she said, don't curse him. Don't say, oh, you eat too much like that. Some people differ.
I regret marrying you.
Yeah.
I regret marrying you.
Okay. And let me just balance it. There are some persons you tell some kind of hurtful ways. It doesn't mean anything to them. It's lied. So you should know the kind of person you're moving with. You have to understand his personality. If it's the type that words means a lot to him, don't use those words. But if it's the type that it doesn't matter, he even likes it because
may I quickly say something? It may be the type that words slides from, just like you said. But he may be with somebody.
And you not say so.
That will like, wow, what did your wife just say?
Okay.
I don't know, this is the way people live. To him, it doesn't mean anything. It's become a way of life for the wife. But he's painting a wrong picture now. It's painting a wrong picture about the wife to people around. So whatever is not good, let's just try to avoid.
Okay, whatever is not good, let's avoid it, especially if you want to keep your home together. All right, Daybreak continues after this moment. Please don't go away.